Welcome guys, I have a guest with me today. So I'm Artist Smarty Mum, and she's not really this shy really. This is, tell me name.
My name is Sophie, I'm aged 9.
And she's here doing a brownie badge with me.
Yeah, I'm doing a brownie badge called Speaking Out, which requires me to take an issue and speak out about it.
So what have you picked?
I did some researching online, ruling out quite a few issues, but I eventually got to saving the ocean and the fish.
And she's made an ace t-shirt that she's made herself. It's absolutely stunning. I think you'll all agree, guys.
With a bit of help.
With a bit of help, apparently. But we're also going to do a tutorial, and since you've seen me use alcohol ink before, what we're going to do is we're going to let our alcohol ink put it on.
Paint pouring, apparently.
Alcohol ink pouring, which is the same kind of thing, which I'm going to do this bit because it's a solvent. So, as I've always told you guys before, this is the bit that you don't let kids do, and I'm going to show you.
Let an adult help you with this one.
So, I'm going to cover the rock with this.
Yeah.
Both of our rocks, and then we can both go nuts and have some fun. So we've got our sea light colours.
Yeah, this is where the real fun begins.
So we've got our colours that are the colours of the sea, and all we have to do, Sophie,
white and a bunch of blues,
is put our colours on the rock. Look, watch. We dab, or we can make waves.
A fun fact: have you ever noticed that the sea isn't actually blue? It's like see-through and clear.
It is, but if we left it clear, it wouldn't look as cool. Yeah. So we're going to do this, and rather than
that's just the fact that I want to tell you guys.
But this bit takes a little bit of drying afterwards. So you do the same to yours. Oh. And then we're going to talk a bit about her speaking out badge.
Me struggling to walk in.
Because you guys all will know from watching me use these before that these do take a bit of time to dry. Doesn't matter, whatever you do with it, you can't go wrong. They make pretty patterns. You can dot them, you can make lines with them. And if you add the white onto any bits where, look, if you add the white and just go dots onto other bits, it goes and does some really cool bits.
Colours, right?
Oh yeah.
Or else I wouldn't. Well, heck.
Doesn't matter.
It's okay to get messy because if you
just end up with a bit of a dyed finger.
If you stay clean, then it's not fun.
You just have a dyed finger. It just might be a bit blue for a bit. It's all right. I dye my finger all the time. See, look.
Look at that cool pattern. Really
cool, isn't it? And because her rock's a bit slanted, hers are going down like that.
It's even fun to do alone. Forget she's on camera.
It is. And that's why I need to keep remembering talking while she's making her cool designs.
I play games all the time and talk about it like I'm on a camera. So
she does. So she likes the idea of being on YouTube. So is this your first video?
It's my first video being on YouTube, but my first video pretending to be on YouTube.
So it's the first time you've been on a channel?
Actually.
Well, that's rather cool. So, while this rock is going on, which is looking cool, I'll make sure you've got some darker blues over there. And, do you need a bit of hand?
There you go. I did it.
Mine's going to go up there and dry.
I'm going to add some more colours.
These, as always with tutorials, anything I've used will be down there in the comments below.
Yeah.
So you will be able to find any of what we've used, so you can replicate what we're doing here. Yes. And copy what we're doing.
Take this as a walkthrough on how to paint.
A tutorial on how to make our ocean designs, but it really doesn't have to be done the same. And there you go. So, while Sophie finishes doing that,
she can show you what to do next.
Nope, these now we're going to leave to dry, and then we'll have a chat about the oceans because they take a bit of time to dry.
I'm just going to get...
So usually I do about 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, I'm going to get this white and just add this last touch now to get these little gaps here.
Yeah, that's absolutely cool.
And one in the middle here.
Brilliant.
And now I'm done.
Woohoo! So, you see, we've both got different designs and they both look cool.
They both look amazing.
And as you'll probably know, both our rocks are already magically in the top corner of the screen, so you can follow along and see what we're aiming for by the magic of YouTube. So, Sophie, what made you pick the ocean?
So I picked the ocean because I didn't know what to pick, honestly. So me and my mum, we went onto the internet and we started scouring it, and we found a lot of things. We found a lot of issues. We found recycling, team trees. We found all that.
Yeah.
But one that stood out to me, one of my favourite animals are fish.
Rather cool.
But I started realising, so that meant what caught my eye was that the fish were dying and there was something wrong about. So I decided to combine recycling with saving the fish to make this really cool t-shirt that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
And the reason I chose fish is because they're really amazing, and if we keep killing the fish, our oceans will be lifeless.
And that would be sad, wouldn't it?
Back to you.
Back to me. So, you chose the oceans for that, and there's a lot of problems with things that we could actually do to try and help, isn't there?
Mhm.
So, what could we be doing at home to help? What could I do?
So, what you could do, the reason that fish are dying is because, the thing is, I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, so people are throwing away plastic, and since not that much plastic can be recycled, it's going into the ocean and killing all the fish.
Yeah.
Turtles are eating it, and
That's a massive problem, isn't it? The plastic. It gets stuck. The octopus has got it round. And the plastic issue is a big issue in the oceans. And I brought one of my cups in today because it's made out of...
It's made out of, as you can see, it's made out of...
bamboo.
Bamboo, which means...
It's will break down and biodegradable.
Yep, and and you can reuse it, which is great.
But you can also get plastic made out of seaweed, which breaks down in 3 to 4 days rather than a few hundred years.
Yes, the reason we shouldn't throw plastic into the air because it takes a couple thousand years to degrade.
Well, there you go.
So back to you.
Yeah, back to me. So there you go. So she's got some really cool reasons. And one of the other big issues is what's happening to our coral. Now, there's a big issue with our coral reefs.
Oh, yes. I can explain that. Back to me.
Back to you.
So, the problem is just a single touch to coral can cause it immense damage and harm. So I'm not saying you should never ever. I'm not saying you should never dive, but if you ever do dive, just be careful with coral.
But on top of that, what about the heat to the oceans?
Oh yes, and somehow I don't actually know much about this, but apparently we're doing something to the ocean that heats it up, and coral requires cool, steady water to survive.
It does.
So the heat is not doing it any better.
And you want to know something really cool that's happened? We have made a sun cream for coral recently. Now, how weird is that?
Oh, let me tell you a little fact, guys. So, there is another way to save coral than just not touching it. So, some people have found that they are actually growing coral in labs and taking it to the ocean to replace the coral.
That's rather cool. So, you like the ocean obviously a great amount. Have we got a favourite fish?
So guys, I love tropical fish. And they're one of my favourite animals, to be exact. Especially because they can come in so many shapes and sizes and especially colours and patterns. My favourite might just be the clownfish. Not only because it's a classic, but because it's really cool and all its bright colours.
I must admit the clownfish really was rather cool. I actually saw one of them diving, a clownfish. When I was out in Australia.
Not only that, but clownfishes are the classic.
They are a classic. And I don't blame you for loving them. So, we learned a lot about the ocean today, but we're also going to put some links down below about some websites. I've got a lot of information, aren't we, that can help save the ocean from...
Another thing I'd like to point out is the Deep. The Deep is a really, really cool aquarium. But we're not here to talk about the aquarium. we're here to talk about what they're doing.
Yep.
They are trying to save the fish, and they are creating something.
They're creating a massive list. They're creating a list, and they're creating loads of other
they're
stuff.
creating a list, and take it away. You tell me.
They are doing a lot to create. I am not 100% sure. Your mum knew all this.
My mum knew all this, and I wasn't really.
We're going to have a guest with Emma on the channel for a minute. Emma,
get in here.
we're going to ask for a guest with this little girl's mum to be on the channel, since she mentioned the deep and got it into her head. To come and explain to them what the deep is doing.
And I wasn't really listening.
Because she brought up the deep and we don't know. So what is the deep doing, Emma?
Listening.
The deep's one of several
Aquariums.
groups, not just aquariums, but groups that are trying to protect 30% of the world's ocean before 2030. When you think that 70% of the world's coverage is ocean, 30% is a lot that they're trying to protect.
There is a person here, even though you're probably just seeing this level, but she is here.
Get down. Yeah.
But there you go, and all the information is going to be in the links right down below, so there you go. So we're going to go now and get back to painting the rest of these rocks.
Yeah, we're going to get back to painting these rocks, so let's go.
So we have these lovely rocks are now dry. You see we have actually put them on these napkins, and you'll see why. The underneath of our napkins, I've got these lovely colour prints. We always put them on something because they do that. Now, we have some pens.
Oh yeah, the pens.
To write whatever statement we're going to write on it, which is basically save the ocean or recycle. So I am going to, what colour pen shall I pick?
I'm going to pick,
now remember
red.
These pens sometimes need a bit of pumping, but I'm going to pick this because it's a nice coral colour.
I'm going to go for red, not only because it's coral, because it represents tropical fish.
It stands out. And we're going to write save the ocean. And this is what we're doing with these. And it's a nice simple design. Yeah, that's it.
You're like, I'm going to put... Okay.
Just make sure you're not covering. Try and write nice and big. Save.
Okay, and then I'm going to write in green the rest of the letters. You know, like...
Yeah, that's absolutely good. That's a really good idea.
I thought it was a really cool idea. So, we're going to go for...
But as I've said to you with that before, guys, with alcohol inks, they are really, really nice and easy to use. And then these paint pens are brilliant to use with kids because they actually don't get as messy.
Save the ocean in 2 cool different colours.
Whereas I've gone for it in a coral colour, and I'm actually taking longer than her to do it because I'm faffing around as I do.
I think I'm going to go over that green actually.
Save the ocean. And you could decide to put some little things on it, like you could put a little fishy, or put a little fishy like that. Little doodle of a fishy in the corner. So we'll give him some little... I'm going to give him little bubbles and draw a little doodle of a fish.
Do a little fish.
I did a doodle fish there.
I did mine on the back, so I can draw like a...
You can draw something on the front.
I'm going to draw a couple of like... Oh, fish and coral. Coral.
If you don't draw coral, I'll draw it on here for you. Look, coral, if you're drawing coral, if you just do 1, 2, 3 lines with dots on, you make coral.
Okay, then it's going to go 3 lines.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how to draw coral. So like you do a little wiggly line.
Yeah.
Like that.
So there you go, you
Then
get
can
2.
draw like 3 little wiggly things of it and add little...
And it's a really good trick for drawing coral, that is.
Add little like...
Yeah, you can add more little dots on and you get more little coral buds. And that's a really good little trick for drawing coral, isn't it? So,
and if you want to make it 3D, just like go past it and then just like do that.
Yeah.
That's a lot easy. But I'd like to stick to these little stick corals. But we're going to make some green, you know.
Well, that colour is actually called coral.
Because like throughout the ocean,
Mine's done, so I'm going to sit here and watch. And I get to sit back and let someone take over the channel completely now. So Sophie, tell them what you're doing.
Over to me, I guess.
Over to you, since you're the one painting.
So we're going to take these colours. We've got a variety of colours, even though we've only got like 3 colours.
I wasn't expecting to need more than 3 colours.
I'm not mad. I'm just like weird. Like I said, we have tons of colours, even though we've got 4.
But I only brought in the colours I expected to need for the work we were doing.
Coral pink.
Yep.
Shake it up a bit. This little thing, shake it up.
You
Then
did
we're
that.
going to draw a fish.
A fishy, fishy, fishy.
I like to draw fish like...
She's going to make my doodle look really bad now. The artist of the channel doodles a fish and Sophie's trying to draw a proper one. Look. There we go. Made my doodle look really bad.
I think it got wings.
Hey, it's a cool fish. Yep, my doodle looks bad.
Maybe because you didn't try.
I was doing a doodle rock.
I mean, mine only looks better because I did the thing on the back, so I have all this room. I'm going to draw one more. So we ain't lonely.
I don't know. You see, this is why you don't do things with kids sometimes, because they just make you look silly. I like my rock. I think it looks cute.
I think mine looks adorable.
Mine looks cute, so there we go. Hers looks rather cool
I have an
too.
idea.
She's going to write Save the Ocean on it too.
Save our sea.
Okay, she's even changing my words.
No, but I have an idea. I'm going to write... Keep our ocean clean.
Is that so?
My friend came up with that.
Brilliant. Is that you done?
And that's going to be the title, Save Our Seas.
It might be. Save Our Seas is a good title, but we also need to write that there's a tutorial with a rock art tutorial.
Save Our Seas in brackets. Tutorial for rocks included.
So we sit there and go, there we go. Hope you like them. And we hope you like learning a bit. So
we hope you learn some frick.
yeah, we'll hold them up here
We hope
because
you learn
you're showing that camera there then.
I hope you learned something. Don't show off your friends whilst drawing fish.
Yes, don't show up your friends while drawing fish. So, I've been Artist Smarty Mum, and this has been, what's your name again?
Really?
Sophie.
Sophie.
We hope you have a good day today. Stay safe and well,
I hope you have an amazing day. Stay safe and well.
Stay safe and well, guys.
Bye.
Bye.